Welcome to Rapid Gulp. My name is Matthew Branley, and I'll be teaching you the ins and outs of using Gulp for web development. I've been using Gulp for the past year on quite a few projects, and I've really enjoyed its speed and flexibility. We've got a lot to learn though, so let's get right into it. Gulp is a build tool, or a task runner, which essentially means that we can describe our build process to Gulp, and it will reliably repeat that process over and over again. For example, a build process might include concatenating and minifying JavaScript files, but Gulp can also improve the process of building a website with tools like auto reload, which reloads your browser whenever a file is edited. Many tools like this have sprung up the last few years to improve web development and make our lives easier, but your process might involve many of these tools. Gulp can connect them all together, making it easier to manage. Now that we have an idea of what Gulp is, let's talk about why you might use Gulp over other options out there. A few years ago, a task runner called Grunt was created. Many task runners came before it, but this one was specifically geared towards web development. It was great, and lots of people used it. But when your build got more complex, Grunt was sometimes difficult to configure and often slow to run. Later, Gulp came along and was built with a different approach that helped solve these problems. Gulp uses streams, which tend to be fast and work really well for complex build processes. We have a quote here about using programs like garden hoses, connecting them together end to end, and streams let you do just that. I highly recommend reading the Stream Handbook if you want to learn more about them, but the basics are pretty simple. Data will flow from a source to a destination, and along the way, we can pipe it into plugins, which each plugin can modify the data as it passes through. So let's talk about this course. In the next few videos, we'll get Gulp set up on our computer and run through the fundamentals of using Gulp. At that point, we'll be ready to learn about some common uses for Gulp, which should allow you to take advantage of Gulp on your own projects. And finally, we'll dig into some topics that we've brushed over, like streams, handling errors, and extending Gulp with custom plugins. We've learned a little something about Gulp, and we've got a plan, so it's time to get to work. In the next video, we'll get Gulp set up and ready to go.